What's up, Ravens fans? This is Cassie Calvert, and we are back on Facebook Live today. I am joined by Miles Boykin, who's going to be taking your questions. So go ahead and start commenting them below. All right, Miles, we have to know what's your quarantine status? Where are you? How's the off-season training going during this crazy time?
It's good. I'm in Baltimore, just doing the off season workouts, and really just been playing a lot of video games, watching TV. Pretty much all there is to do.
Are you able to feel like you're getting in your normal like off-season workout routine with all this stuff going on?
I mean, it's not normal. It's definitely a little bit different, but getting in some work is still better than getting in none. So I'm just happy I can do something.
For sure. We heard from Eric DaCosta a few weeks ago, and he talked a lot about this receiver group that he's built. He's obviously really excited about what he's been able to put together there. And he talked about you specifically about how excited he is to see what you can do in year two and that jump that a lot of receivers make in their sophomore season. What do you think fans can expect from you this year? And what are you expecting from yourself in your second season?
Absolutely, just being a dominant, more polished wide receiver. Obviously last year was my rookie year, and I was blessed to be part of a team that went 14-2 during the regular season, made it to the playoffs, fell a little bit short, but that experience is gonna is gonna be good for me in the long run. I think I'm ready to break out this year, and I'm just excited to see what the year holds for us. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to help this team win, and I'm excited and I'm prepared for it.
You guys do have a really unique receiver group. He talked to two about how you all have your different strengths, different personalities, how it's a good group blend. What's that working with that receiver group like for you?
I love it because for that exact reason, everybody's different. Everybody comes from different places. Everybody acts different, so it's just cool to see. Kind of like that melting pot. In our receiving room. I think we all build off of each other. We feed off of each other's energy, and I just think it's awesome. To be able to go out there and play with those guys. They're great teammates. That's probably my favorite thing about the receiver room. They're great teammates. Nobody in that room is selfish, and they just make it a blast. Playing football.
That's so important. It makes a really special locker room environment for sure. So we will take our first fan question here from Austin. He asked if you have any specific goals for yourself and for the team for the 2020 season,
Uh,
2021.
The only goal I have is a Super Bowl. I mean, obviously, it starts with each game, and for me, I've always been the type of person that, if you reach your team goals, usually your individual goals will follow. So, not really having any individual ones, but Super Bowl. That's the main thing. I think we have the team to do it. We came short last year, but I thought we had a great team last year as well. So I'm just super excited to see, where this team goes, and that's the ultimate goal.
I think it's special that pretty much everyone we've talked to this offseason from the team has named the Super Bowl as their goal. And that's what you want when you have a team. Like you want everyone to be locked in on that from the very beginning. That's awesome. All right. From Justin, he asked, what have you been, or excuse me, Michael, actually, what have you been focusing on this offseason?
Really just getting my legs stronger. I felt that, during 16 weeks. Obviously, I'd never played 16 weeks before, in college. My legs got a little bit tired at the end of the season, so I'm really just building up my leg endurance and really just being quicker, on the field. And, obviously, like having the leg strength to be able to do that is a huge part of it. So really working on leg strength.
Did you have to take extra recovery after the season to kind of let your body recover from those extra games?
Absolutely. I took a month of just not doing anything. That was the advice from the strength coaches. And I didn't believe them at first, but I took a month off and I came back and I still had some nicks, some nicks and bruises. So, I just had to rehab that. But yeah, I definitely never felt anything like that. College season's over, you take a week off, you feel like brand new again. So it's definitely a different monster.
Do you think it plays into when you finish your college season, then you're immediately kind of preparing for the draft, the combine, all of those like off-season pro days, all that kind of stuff. So it didn't really stop for you last year, right?
Yeah, but I mean, for me, it felt more mental. Like you're always trying to move on to the next thing, trying to learn a whole new offense, and then you got to try to, fit into where you fit into that offense. So
Sure.
for me, that was the hardest part of it. Not really necessarily the physical part of it. Obviously, I was hurting, but the mental part is it just never stops. And now I finally, had a chance to take a break, settle down, watch film, and get better, just by watching film rather than just being out in the field all the time and just, taking that break.
Sure. So speaking of your off-season workouts, Braden wants to know how many times it took you to do the go get it challenge that Hollywood challenged you to do.
It took a lot. It took a lot because the issue is like the jugs machine. You can't. We had to prop it up because it doesn't get the height that it needs on it. So Hollywood had to tell me that though, because we called him up in the middle of it and said, "Yo, how did you do that?" He said, "Well, he could do it because he was running like it was like almost like a little hill." so he had a little bit more airtime,
Ah.
a little bit more airtime on it. So we had to prop something underneath the jugs. But it's probably, I say it probably took me like 10 times. And actually, my best one, we didn't even get it on camera because like we were just messing around trying to do it. I finally did it. We didn't record it, so we recorded.
Love when that happens. I thought it was great that I think you were filming Justice Hills because you could hear your voice. Was that you?
Yeah, yeah.
And then like he had to start it for himself because there wasn't anyone else, and then he takes off. So he had to do both jobs. It was great. I love that. All right. So from Nico, is there a wide receiver that you look up to the most?
Calvin Johnson for sure. I mean, obviously he's not in the league anymore, but he was someone that I really tried to watch growing up. He's really one of the reasons why I fell in love with the receiver position, just everything that he did. Obviously, being a receiver that big, that fast, that strong, it's something that I kind of envy. That's what I want to be. That's kind of who I model my game after, and that's someone who I definitely look up to.
Good person to model your game after for sure. From Callie, she said she's a huge Notre Dame and Miles fan. She wants to know what the best lesson you took from Notre Dame was before you came to the Ravens.
Notre Dame, man, there's a lot of them. I would probably say that life is short, so do as much as you can in that time. And for me, that was maximizing my opportunities at Notre Dame. Being a student athlete, obviously, meeting people, networking, and obviously the football side of it. Taking advantage of every opportunity I had.
That's great advice. From Robert, is there a team you're most excited to face this season?
Uh, Definitely Pittsburgh this year. Uh, they drafted one of my close friends, Chase Claypool, and obviously, anytime you play against a college teammate, it's fun, and obviously you got that rivalry. In Pittsburgh, just they always bring it, so it's always a great game. So I'm excited to play them.
Have you guys already talked about setting up jersey swaps for that one?
Absolutely. That's the first thing I told them.
It's great because that game already comes with a lot of trash talk and a lot of bragging rights. So now you have double on the line for this year.
Yeah.
Like I love that when Harb says when you come in, you're not a true Raven until you beat the Steelers. And obviously you already have, but now it'll be extra special for you.
Yeah.
That's great.
Gotta keep the tradition alive.
Yeah. From Ingraven, he said, "What is your most memorable moment from last season?"
From last season, gosh. I would probably say for me being a rookie playing the Seahawks when we went to the Seahawks stadium. I still remember the kickoff, the loud noise I was playing, and I had never played in a stadium so loud. To me, it was louder than Kansas City, but I mean, they kind of go back and forth. But for me, that was the coolest game to play in. Obviously, the playoff game that was cool, even though we lost. But the fact that I was playing against the Seahawks, I was like, wow, like I'm really playing in the NFL, against the Seahawks, and because when I was coming up, that was the team, the Seahawks. They had the Legion of Boom, and it was just exciting to play against that team.
They always talk about this atmosphere at that stadium. Do you think that's the best like away stadium atmosphere you've ever played in?
For me, yeah, for sure, yeah.
It's electric for sure. Then an awesome outcome of that game, obviously, too. From Kenneth, he wants to know what your favorite Baltimore restaurant is.
Favorite Baltimore restaurant? Oh gosh, I would have to say the Bygone. I went there a couple times. It's expensive, but it's really good food.
That
So,
is a good spot.
By- yeah,
All right, let's see what else we've got here for you from our fans. Oh, from Izetta. Do you like, speaking of restaurants, do you like steamed crabs?
yeah. I never had crab before I came to Baltimore. I've had it twice. I probably need to have it again sometime soon when they open stuff up. But yeah, I do like crab.
Have you done the whole like picking them yourself thing?
Yeah, it took me a minute. It took me a minute. Actually, I think Trace was the one who really taught me how to open them.
Really? So
Yeah,
yeah, he's local, I guess. Yeah. It
yeah.
is like a learning experience for sure. I had done like crawfish before moving here, and then crabs is even more difficult than crawfish, I feel like. All right, from Sean, what is the craziest catch you've ever made?
Definitely against LSU in the Citrus Bowl. A game-winning catch. That has to be it. If you guys haven't seen it, go look it up.
All right, so that's your homework, everybody. After this, you can go watch that. How does that compare to like first NFL touchdown, like moments that stick out to you guys?
Man, uh, they're all special to me, to be honest. Obviously, the NFL is special because that's your first NFL touchdown. It's on the highest level. Um, and it was in my first NFL game too. So I think that's really special. I don't think too many people get to say that. But I think all those moments are special, and man, being able to look back on that, and that's what you'll be able to tell your kids someday. So for me, it's all. That's why I love the game. The memories that you make. That's the most important part of it.
Definitely. All right, let's see our next one. This is a very specific question. I'm guessing they're from Puerto Rico, but Yamil wants to know if you've ever been to Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I went to so when I after the season when I took that month break, I went to Puerto Rico for a week and a couple of days.
Oh,
And it's probably my favorite vacation to date. I can't wait to get back. I was in San Juan, and
that's awesome.
it's beautiful out there.
Why was it your favorite trip?
Like I said, it's just beautiful out there. All the people out there are just relaxed, chill. You know, they're not in a rush to do anything. So it was just cool being around those people, and they're genuinely nice people. And the El Yunque rainforest, that part was cool too.
That's awesome. All right, I'll add that to my post-coronavirus bucket list travel.
You got to get there.
All right, let's take a couple more from Jennifer. Who is your funniest teammate?
Yeah. Ooh, man, you got a lot of them. I got to go with Mark Ingram. Man, he's funny. He just you just never know what's gonna come out of his mouth, whether we on the field or whether we in the locker room. You just never know what's gonna come out of his mouth. So yeah, no, he's hilarious.
I think one thing people don't realize about him is like it's like all the time. It's
All the
not just
time. It's
like
not
when
camera.
the camera's on him.
Yeah, that's all the time. Yeah.
All right, we'll take one more fan question here from Herb. He wants to know mentally what was the biggest hurdle adjusting to the NFL?
Every day, having to compete every day. I mean, in college, obviously people go to the NFL, you're the best of the best in college. So, you cannot be locked in and still do your job. In the NFL, it doesn't work like that. You got to be locked in from the time you step into the building to the time you leave. And even when you go home, there's more stuff you got to do. So I definitely say doing 16 weeks of that consistently and at a high level, which is what, I was prepared for it being at Notre Dame, but the Ravens take it to a whole nother level. This organization is known for, how smart the players are, hard work. So for me, um, being drafted here was a blessing for me, and I didn't even know it until I got here because it's just the people that are year round. Everybody expects the same out of everybody. So, um, yeah, that's why we're Ravens players. It's exciting, it's a challenge, but it pays off in the end.
I love that. Do you think you'll feel even more comfortable going into this year because you have all that already?
Absolutely. I mean, year one is probably the hardest year, like everybody talks about. Just so for me going out there, I already know what to expect. I know the playbook. So it's just it's only up from here.
Well, I think I speak for everyone when I say that we're very excited to see what you do in year two. And hopefully, we will get to see you back in the building sooner rather than later. But stay safe and thank you for joining us today.
Well, thank you guys for having me.